Can you understand the mentality if somebody gets a champion?
I'm lost. I don't know who
When was the
talking.
last time you had an opponent that bad on one of your cards?
Listen, he's a good fighter. It wasn't.
That bad a performance?
Yeah, I mean, when someone feels the power, when someone doesn't actually want to engage, it's easy for us to sit there and say, come on, do this, let your hands go. He's probably thinking, fuck that. I don't want, excuse me, we'd be quiet up the back, please. Thank you. He's probably thinking, yeah, I'll fucking let my hands go. Fuck that, I don't want to let my hands go. This guy's, he's a savage. So I don't blame. You can never blame a fighter for not wanting to engage. But he made the fight reasonably close because no one really got a chance to land anything. But it was the knockdown and other stuff as well. But it wasn't that he was bad. It was just disappointing for him that he never really came to win the fight.
Regis, what do you learn about just yourself and maybe like fighting a guy who is trying to survive? Like what do you do different, kind of looking at your performance this time?
I just go back in the gym and improve. That's the main thing. Go back, talk to my coaches, go back in the gym and work on different things. And like I said, a lot of it had to do with you get the hometown thing, the hometown jitters and stuff like that. I think that played a part in it for me. But even overall, I still have to go back in the gym and work on some things.
The other thing I'll say is that we sat in a steak restaurant 7 weeks before this fight and made a decision to take this date. He probably had a 6-week camp. No excuses, it was still,
No excuses, I don't make that excuse.
But no, I will, because I don't, at the end of the day, that it was different, weight was a little bit different, all those things normally on an 8, 10, 12-week camp that you'd have for an elite guys.
Did you ever feel threatened by Zorrilla in that fight at all, any moment?
Like I said, he was strong, but I just never felt like, I felt stronger punches. So I never felt threatened at all.
Once the fight got past about the 9th round, were you feeling like any pressure to finish it off, or is this just going to have to play itself out like this?
Yes and no. It was like sometimes it's like, man, I feel like I need to step it up. My coach was like, man, like step it up, start throwing more punches and stuff like that. But at the same time, I just don't want to go out there and get careless, like because of the hometown crowd, because of the hometown jitters. I heard people saying my name, Regis and Ruguru and all that stuff. And then when you hear that, you can play into that stuff, and then that's when something bad could happen. So I actually reversed that. I was like, nah, I'm not about to play into that. Let me just go out here and kind of stay smart.
When fighters are in the ring, they say they get into a zone. They don't really hear anything outside of it. Did you hear anybody close to you, family members, friends, anybody that?
Yeah, I hear people all the time. Yeah, okay. I definitely hear people all the time.
Rojo Jr. was here and he was happy about your performance, and he said he would like to see that fight against Devin Haney. Mm-hmm. How are you happy overall just having Rojo Jr., a legendary fighter? Mm-hmm.
That's my fight. I told Roy, I'm cool with Roy, so I'm definitely glad all the people came out. Roy, along with a lot of other people, came out for sure.
Manny Fresh was here.
Fresh, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people came out, man. Who else was here?
Yellow Beezy.
Alvarado. Half the city was here. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, a lot of people came out, bro. So I'm definitely shout out to New Orleans, and I'm glad everybody came. But like I said, for me, bro, I want to be the best in the world. And after this, I definitely have to go and improve.
Is your next fight, and this is for Regis and Eddie, is the next fight going to be a unified fight?
We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I think every champion should try and unify as quickly as possible, but also I feel like he's in the prime of his career. I want to make him the biggest fights for the most amount of money and the biggest platform, the biggest moments in boxing. And I feel like with everybody moving to 140, the WBC title is a prestigious belt. I feel like it's probably the most prestigious title right now at 140 pounds. So people should be calling us to fight Regis Prograis. Maybe they'll do it now, but I think he's not going to be short of fights.
Eddie, I know if you get one of these fights like Haney, it'll be Vegas, but you were saying you wanted Regis to come back here ASAP. He's just spoken about hometown jitters. Is that going to be a concern?
No, I think, look, there's Vegas opportunities, there's Middle East opportunities, there's fights around the world. I'd like to build, we had 5 weeks to sell the fight tonight. I think we had 6,000 in or whatever it was. I think we've done a good job, but there's still a lot more to come. And I think, again, with all due respect to Zorrilla, it wasn't exactly a name that, is going to set the city on fire. But, I think a big name would be great here, but you could see Regis away from here, maybe in Vegas, later in the year, and, he will box obviously one more time this year. We'd like that to be sooner rather than later, but he's going to want to go back with coach and assess it, have a little break and go again.
And you keep, mentioning about a big name. I know it's been thrown out there, the possibility, your friends of Adrian Broner. That fight also can do very well. 2 great fighters. Regis Prograis, he could do it here. He can in Houston because I know he has
Yeah,
ties with Houston.
I love Brown. I think he's great. You know, I also think he's a little bit unreliable. I don't think, for me, when we talk about legacy, that's not a legacy fight. And I know Regis is chasing legacy as well. Unifications, big names, but you know, Brown is a big name, but he's the boss. Regis is the boss, so we'll be providing him with options, and he'll be letting us know which ones he wants to fight.
Would you rather have a unification fight or a really big fight with somebody like Devin Haney?
It depends, bro. It depends on like whatever. When me and Eddie sit down and talk, it depends on what's next. It all depends. There's so many options out there. I'm in such a good moment in the spot right now to where I have so much on the table. So we'll have to throw some names out there, give me some dates, and we'll just see. I don't know.
Will you be meeting Bill Haney while he's in town?
Yeah, I met him earlier. Yeah, I mean, they want the fight. He looked over me in the 10th round and went. So, and listen, I like Bill, and they're simple. You know, look, they're talking to us. They're talking to the Middle East, and I told them, if you want to fight in the Middle East, you better make us a big offer, and we'll consider that as well. It's not just a case of him coming on our show. I've said to Regis when we signed him, I have no problem letting him working with him to take a fight somewhere else if it's life-changing opportunity, if it's massive money, if it's legacy, if it's everything. So we're flexible, and there's no excuses. We're not here to talk about the other side of the street and politics and all that bollocks. If they want the fight, and then we have to go to another platform, if we have to go to another country, if it's the right option for Regis Prograis, we'll do it.
So there'll be a meeting with Bill before he leaves.
I'm seeing Devin in New York next week.
There you go.
How does it feel for you right now after years and years to have as many options right now as you do to move your career?
I mean, it's great. It's definitely a great time to be me. Besides the fight, my performance and stuff like that. But as far as now, the fight is over. I'm gonna go assess myself. I'm gonna go look at it myself and go make some improvements. And then after that, me and Eddie, we're gonna talk and then see what's next. See what's next on the table.
Regis, what's the party like tonight in New Orleans gonna be like? I feel like you should be a little happier, man. Since you got a victory, you know what I mean?
Look, bro, it's a victory and it's cool. I keep my belt, bro, but I want to look. Every time I go out, I want to look spectacular. I want to look better. So I do feel a little down right now. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, we got some stuff planned. We definitely, all my people here, y'all all come out. We'll have. I don't know who married, who not, but we're gonna have some fun tonight.
Enjoy it, champ. Come on, man. Enjoy it, bro.
We turn off the phones. During the weekend, you mentioned it was the focus totally on you, and I respect that. But like Eddie Hearn said, and we all say, you have endless of options. We can name. We talked about Haney, we talked about Brown. What about a fight with Tio? I know you also said you would like a rematch against Josh Taylor here in the 140. What fight interests you the most, Tio or Josh Taylor? If Tio is supposedly, which I don't think he's fully retired.
Tio for sure. Josh Taylor said he's going to 47. Obviously, I'm the WBC champion at 140, so obviously I'm going to stay at 140. But I think the Tio fight is bigger, obviously just a bigger fight than Josh Taylor fight. So I would Tio. Yeah.
What makes it bigger?
I mean, I think he's the champion. He's a, I think he's a bigger name. He just beat Josh Taylor and beat him convincingly, really, So I think the Tio fight is. I mean, you can tell me, I don't know, but for me personally, I think if me and Tio fight, it'll be a bigger fight than me and Josh Taylor.
I agree with you. I'm just saying, going through the media throughout the week, hearing when you spoke to Max Kellerman, you said that, if Josh Taylor rematch takes place, I would welcome that. Just something that
sure. Of course.
Do you think that's realistic, Eddie? Do you think Bob would make that fight?
Yeah, like I said, there's no excuse. Because, what people come out with now and say, oh, we're not doing that fight on DAZN. It's no problem, we'll do it on Top Rank. Do it on ESPN. What? Yeah, we'll do it on ESPN. You know what I mean?
You people want to do that?
100%. I don't give a fuck. I just tell DAZN, I say, look, and they understand as well, maybe we'll share it, maybe we'll do it ultimately, we want to make the best fights. And I just got a message from Devin Haney. And I said, I'm in a press conference, can I show them that? And he said, yeah. And that's what he sent me. He's happy. He's ready.
All right, cool. Cool. That's good. Then hopefully that can be the next fight. Me and Devin Haney.
And then we haven't mentioned is Ryan Garcia, and I know he may have some issues right now, but is that a name that interests you? Maybe
bro. All these names, bro. All big fights, unification, all these names. Yes. I welcome anybody. I really welcome anybody.
But honestly, he wouldn't say no to one fight. you couldn't name one fight that he would say no to. Obviously, it's got to be right, but it's not even like you get like, no,
Nobody.
like, not one fight.
It's all about the money, bro. That's it. I'll fight anybody. It's just. That's
But
it.
I'm also saying, and you will get the most money. You ain't even difficult about that. It's not like, oh, if I'm going to fight him, it's got to be a number that's just, you know, you price yourself out. What I'm saying is you'll get the right number, but you will. All those names, you will fight them.
Right,
you know, and that's great to work.
He wouldn't fight me, he was small.
Well, yeah, I
Hey Regis, first of all, I want to say congratulations. I live in Baltimore now, but I'm a native of New Orleans from the West Bank. City is very proud of you. And I think there hasn't been anybody since Jonathan Plexus that's been relatively, you know, on the scene as far as boxing. You know, before you came along.
Right.
From a bucket list standpoint, is Undisputed on that list? Cleaning out the division?
It's like yes and no because I want the big fights, man. I want the like. It's just a yes and no. I mean, for me, I'm gonna take fights one by one. That's all I'm gonna take fights one by one. Yeah, I definitely want to be undisputed, but it's so many other big fights. Like if he come to me and say we can get Devin next, or you can fight Rolly. It's like I fight Devin. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather fight Devin because it's a bigger fight. It's, you know, I think it's a bigger it's just a bigger name fight. But I will, of course, I will want to be undisputed. But it's so many. I have so many options right now. So it's just like we'll have to just talk and then we'll see what happens next. That's all.
Does that feel surreal coming from where you came from, where it was difficult to get a match?
Oh, for sure, bro. It's pinched me, bro. I'm dreaming, bro. Like coming from where I come from, like I never even thought like this is possible, and like I'm on a big